Hello, everyone, and welcome to the theater segment of the Limestone Lens. I'm Brett Christopher, and I'm very thrilled to have a friend of mine here today, Mr. Cassel Miles. Cassel, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
So
Good
nice to
be
see
here.
you.
Yeah.
So we met, do you remember when we met?
2015, Bottle and Glass.
Before that, I've gotcha. We met, I was producing The Mountaintop
Yes,
with Theater Kingston at Domino Theater. And you just arrived. There was this like wonderful, gentlemanly fella out of nowhere who said, like, I'm a theater guy. I've moved into the community and I want to take part. We were looking for ushers, and I think you just sort of showed up. I'm like,
volunteering.
Who is this amazing guy who just showed up? I've never met him.
Right.
So why did you come to Kingston? Where did you come from?
From Toronto. So downtown Toronto, my partner and I decided in 2014 we'd had enough.
Right.
Living right down in the entertainment district, and sirens every 5 minutes, behind the Shangri-La Hotel, 6 o'clock in the morning with the bottles. Anyway, so my parents lived in Sealy's Bay, 4 kilometers south of that, and they were selling. And we were looking to get out of the condo, and things just happened, and we bought their house. They moved to Gan, just outside of Gan. And so we came here December 5th, 2014.
Yeah.
And that's right, because my partner is with Collier's Construction, so was showing me the Bader sign that he had designed, the company. So I went into the Tet Center and saw the brochure for the Mountaintop and thought, who is doing the Mountaintop here?
It is one of the best plays of the last 10 years.
It is,
easily.
but you know, based on I was here in 1988 doing the show Ain't Misbehavin'. It was then this Confederation Place Hotel, now it was then Howard Johnson's. And some bad experiences here. Yeah,
so that's in 88.
88, some bad racial experiences. So I vowed I'm not coming back to this racist place again. So when I saw that, I went, whoa. The Mountaintop? I know the play very well. I thought, wow. And that's when, and you answered the question brilliantly, because I had to ask you, we were all in the foyer at Domino, and I said, why are you doing this? And you paused and you looked at me and you answered brilliantly, is that it needs to be told, a story that needs to be told. It's for our times, and the respect was instant. It was like, I want to work with this guy.
So, dare I ask, has your experience changed in Kingston since 88?
I've changed.
Okay.
I've changed. It's been 4 years now. It'll be 5 December of this year. The first 3 were a little rough, getting used to cultural acclamation and so on. There were some incidences of the same kind of thing, and understanding bullying here in Kingston and Gan and around, and this, I guess, having to grow up quickly and differently. I'm glad we're here because were I to stay in Toronto, I think I would have been swallowed up. So this gave a chance to grow. Also, I had been out of the business since 2004. So I had an episode during a show and anxiety, like panic attack in the middle of a show, and ran out of the theater in the middle of the show. You know what that does to a career, right? That's done. So I went into being a concierge at the Fairmont Royal York and learning about serving other people. But the bug never left. I found that every time I was doing another job, I was always asked to do something acting-wise in it, playing the Easter Bunny, for instance, kind of thing. Dressing up as
we've all done it. We've all played the Easter Bunny at some point.
And dressing up as what's a Charlie guy? The Mad Hatter, Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. So I was running around doing that. I'll send pictures. So you've been here since 2015, the end of 14. I would say you've had a huge impact in that very brief amount of time on the Kingston theater scene, shall we say. The bug came back, and the opportunities. This is what amazed me about Kingston. The arts community here is vast. I had no idea. And so with Kingstown players, Domino players, and
just me walking around doing
well, we were walking around, weren't we?
Yeah, we were
the pub
actually.
Crawl, and that was also amazing. Is that you offered me a role, no audition, offered me a role playing a British naval commander, circa 1840. And I thought, who are you? This doesn't happen.
I am a good judge of talent, is what I am.
Well, you know, and this is what it opened up. So yeah, so if I've played with those to get my legs back, acting legs back, and now the biggie just happened last week.
Yeah, okay, so let's briefly touch on that, because we always have way too little time for, like, this conversation can go on for hours. So you co-created with Charles Robertson of Bottletree Productions. Say the title,
Josiah Henson, From Slave to Savior.
Yeah.
So the story of Mr. Josiah Henson, who, may I use the books here?
Yes,
now?
go,
Yeah. So this is a recent book, I don't know if you can see here, The Road to Dawn by Jared Brock. So Jared Brock gave his wife a copy of Uncle Tom's Cabin. She loved it, and I read it years ago, as I've read Josiah Henson's autobiography, 1849 version. Josiah Henson, formerly a slave, now an inhabitant of Canada. It's available in the Kingston Library. Read it. Yeah. This is a man who he created the end of the line for the Underground Railroad in Dresden. So the Uncle Tom's Cabin historic site is located to this day in Dresden. It's not 5 kilometers, what's that thing of land
Miles?
Size? No.
Acres?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
5 acres, land size. Yes, I'm an actor, I use hands.
Yeah.
5 acres of what was 300. That was the Dawn settlement. So that was the end of the line for fugitive slaves leaving, fleeing slavery in America. Mr. Henson, in 2004, I saw, after running out of the theater, sitting in my basement apartment in Riverdale, I watched the Discovery Channel program about him. 2 things happened. A, I'd never heard of this man, ever. In all the Canadian history I'd done, I'd never heard of this man. And B, there was a connection. I felt a connection to him, and I wanted to tell his story. I also knew at that time I wasn't ready to tell his story yet. I had to get bigger. He's a huge presence, a huge man, about my height and shorter, but a big man, upright, moral fortitude. He's a good guy. So based on that, I started reading, and I was actually called this while I was concierging. I was called an Uncle Tom because I was doing my job, and you know, so the term has been twisted. Yeah. Uncle Tom, the fictional character, is based on the life of Josiah Henson, who was interviewed by Harriet Beecher Stowe after publishing his 1849 autobiography. Now that's the most truthful one.
So you did you did it. Well, how many performances did you do last?
6. So
you did 6 performances in the Baby Grand with Bottletree. Is this play going to have a future life?
Oh, yes.
So for those of us, this is usually we're promoting a play that's coming up or promoting an actor that's in a play that's coming up. So this is going to be an interview where everyone goes, "Are you kidding? We didn't get to see Cassel's play."
Oh, no, there's more. There's more. So that was the first iteration of it, to see how it landed. Yeah. It's the first time I've ever done a one-person show. It's 100 minutes of me doing I don't know how many characters and just going. And it was the most difficult and rewarding thing I've ever done. Awesome. Wow, talk about get into character, all of them. So Charles Robertson is taking it away to actually edit the script, and we're going to tweak it. Rosemary Doyle, who was here with you before the Theatre Kingston, she suggested a great idea to make it episodic. So 6 one-hour productions to be done, and she's offering, I think, her Red Sandcastle Theatre to do a producer's production of it, so we can put it out there to theatre companies.
You may end up back in Toronto.
no, hey, I go
as a performer.
Out. Yes, I go and I come out. So that's a good thing. So it will be seen again. I think there's another one coming up in March at the St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church, a fundraiser, co-fundraiser, both acts, 2 different weekends for that. Awesome. So that will be. Yeah,
they're giving me the. Guys, this is going to go on forever. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for being in the Kingston theater community. You're amazing.
And good luck to you, buddy. Hey. All right.
You're like,
it's like, so I'm coming in.
I know.